Get him in that chair. Pull that off his head.
Hello, welcome back to the Steve Ball Show. We're going to talk about Money in the Bank. The first match was the Money in the Bank where they did the ladder match. And it was pretty cool women's ladder match. I loved how they had all the wrestlers in there, like Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. And I forget.
Becky Lynch was in the match.
Yeah, Becky Lynch was in the match. I forget who else was in the match.
I'm not sure who was in the match. I know it was Liv Morgan. I did not know Becky Lynch was in the match. Asuka, was she in the match?
Asuka was in the match. Shotzi was in the match. And other people I forget, I'm sorry. But it was a good match, and it kept going back and forth. And I was hoping, and I'm pretty sure Joe was hoping, that Joe is my cousin, by the way. I was hoping that Liv Morgan will win, and at the end, I'm not gonna take all this time, but at the end, Liv Morgan climbs the ladder because she was in that. I think she was out of the match a lot. She climbs the ladder and wins the Money in the Bank, and then we see her holding the contract, and we see her crying, which she deserved to win because she's been there a long time. She's improved her skills really a lot. So yeah, I'm glad she won the Money in the Bank contract. Hopefully she can cash in the Money in the Bank and win the title, because a lot of the times they do them bad.
Yeah, I thought it was good that she won the match. They were building her up for a while. At first they were burying her, so she was in tag teams and she was in just singles matches where she was getting buried for a while. They finally gave her a push. It's probably because Vince is no longer in control, and it's Stephanie, and she sees, okay, this girl has some talent. We're going to push her. She gets the Money in the Bank. She'll be the eventual champion when she cashed in, beat Ronda for the belt.
Yeah, so we're both glad because she's been there for a while, and
she deserved it.
Finally gets to she gets to cash in and gets the title. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, next we're gonna talk about Bobby Lashley. He thought, I hate this guy. Sorry to say, I don't hate him, but I don't like him. Theory, because Theory's so cocky, he thinks he's the next John Cena. He's not John Cena. He'll never be John Cena. And so he's cocky. He comes out and showboats like this. He thinks he's big and bad. They had a showboating contest a couple weeks ago, and then he thinks he's getting the advantage, and then Bobby Lashley destroys him, and Bobby Lashley wins the title back. Good job, Bobby Lashley. So I'm glad he's the new United States champion. Then we have where Joe was just talking about it. We have Ronda Rousey she wins the match, to Natalya. She's injured because she takes a bad fall in the ropes. I think she really hurt her knee. And then Liv comes out. You hear her music. She comes out and cashes her money back in. And Ronda says a bad word. I'm not gonna repeat it on this show. And then she's like snip, and she cashes in on Ronda, and at first we're like, oh no, she's gonna lose her chance because Ronda gets her in an ankle lock, but then Liv reverses it, and then Liv wins the championship, and then they say, you deserve it. Well, congratulations, cheers to you, Liv. You won. You're the SmackDown champion. You deserve it. So I'm glad you won, but I feel bad for Ronda a little bit because she is a good, nice person. So next match we're going to talk about is the last one of the night was the Money in the Bank. There was a lot of competitors: Seth Rollins, Theory, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin's old partner, I forget his name, and
the guy that's like Kurt Angle, kind of.
Yeah, Sheamus was in it, and I thought, at first we thought that Drew McIntyre was going to win it, so Seth Rollins win it, but then sneakily, dumb Theory comes in out of nowhere, wins it. So what I'm hoping is, and hopefully Joe agrees, that John Cena, I know Joe doesn't want John Cena, but hopefully John Cena comes back and they have a stipulation at SummerSlam where he wins the title, the contract, and then he cashes in on Reigns, because there's no way that Reigns will lose the Theory, because Theory is not that good.
Right. So what I think is they're building up Theory. He's going to be a heel. an eventual heel, and I think they're going to do something with John Cena. Either if it's John Cena comes out and makes him lose the match because he gets distracted, like cashes in the Money in the Bank, or if, like Steven said, if John Cena beats him for the chance to get the title or the Money in the Bank to get the eventual title shot against either Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns would be the bigger one, but actually I don't know. Brock Lesnar may be a pretty good opponent too, because that would be a big match. Yeah, I think they both would be pretty good matches at WrestleMania. And WWE needs that because they need a big WrestleMania.
Because they don't have enough big heel besides Roman Reigns.
Right, they really don't have a big star besides Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and they've already beat that horse to death. So it's like you've done it too many times.
So even though I don't like Theory, and I don't think Joey likes Theory, right?
Yeah, he's terrible.
So he's still a good heel. Like I give him credit for that. He's a good heel, but hopefully he doesn't do anything because I don't like him. So next we're going to talk about the USFL Championship. And me and Joe, we like this Philadelphia Stars. They're playing Birmingham Stallions right now. They were losing, as I saw, 20-15, and I don't think it's fair. And Joe, I'm pretty sure he doesn't think it's fair.
Refs are terrible. The officiating was terrible. There's so many pass interference calls, blatant holding calls. It seems like they just want that Birmingham team to win, unless they're setting up for an eventual Philadelphia Stars come back and win the game. But right now they're down 5.
And hopefully they come back because it's not fair. They had home field all year. Like I can understand if it's neutral, but it's not. So hopefully, I'm not trying to be biased, but I am biased because I'm from Philadelphia. Hopefully they win the championship. It's a good, okay league. It's not as good as the NFL, even though sometimes I think the NFL's rigged too. But
I agree.
Hopefully they can win, but if not, it's been okay. And maybe next year the XFL will be back, and they'll all be back, and hopefully they can compete with the USFL. So
I think the USFL can build on this season.
Yeah,
because they've had a pretty good season. They need to advertise better. They need to go after more free agents that are in the NFL that aren't going to get signed by teams. They should go after some players in that fan control football league. They should pull out all the stops. Fox has enough money to do that.
Yep.
They can fund it. They can add more teams, and they should let the teams play in their respective cities.
They would get more money too.
And that will get more money, more fans, more TV time, better advertising, and I think that would help the league tremendously.
Yep, so go Stars. My fans were wondering why I came back. Well, my fans, they wanted Steve Ball show. So I'm back because I'm Steve Ball, and I'm from Philadelphia, and I am awesome. Well, do you guys believe in ghosts? Well, I do, and I believe there are ghosts, and I believe they're spirits. Well, there's a new show that came out last year on CBS called Ghost, and there's this girl and this married couple, and she comes, they enter her house that was left to them by one of their family members. And long story short, she's up the stairs with her husband, and there's a vase on the ground, and she doesn't see it. And one of the ghosts pushes it, and she trips and falls and hits her head. And then, well, like she goes to the doctor. We think the guy thought she died. Well, she wasn't. She was okay. But now she can talk to ghosts, which is pretty cool. And she gets to see all these people that died in the house, and they interact with her. And it's kind of cool to see how they interact and interact with each other and see what they do to each other. And at first it starts so slow, but then they build on the storylines. Like one's a Viking, one is from the Civil War, one is a hippie, and there's just different personalities. One's an opera singer, and it's pretty cool. So I suggest you check out the show. It's there's 18 episodes, I believe. The pilot is 2 episodes, and they're not that long. They're 21-minute, 22-minute episodes. So if you love Ghost, if you love a comedy, I would check it out. It's pretty funny. And there's ghosts in the basement too. Like they died of some disease that made them sick. I forget, cholera or something like that. And it's pretty funny. So I check it out. It's on CBS. Also, you can check it out on Paramount Plus or Pluto TV. So check it out. It's pretty cool. Next, we're going to do one of my favorite top segments I created called Steve Tats, where we're going to talk about my tattoos and why I have them. So this tattoo we're going to talk about, zoom right here, is Jason Kelce. And I got it because my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, you can zoom back on me, they won the Super Bowl, and he's one of my favorite players. I loved how he dressed up in Philadelphia Mummers garb, and how he was so passionate about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, and I hope they can win the Super Bowl again. It was a really good parade. That's why I got that one. Next, we're going to talk about this one. It's John Cena is his symbol, and he's my favorite wrestler in WWE. His saying is "Hustle, loyalty, respect," and I love when he does this. And I love I like John Cena a lot, so that's why I got it, because he's my favorite wrestler, and I think he's the GOAT, but other people disagree with me, so that's why I got that one. And where's my last tattoo I was gonna do? And the last tattoo right here is his name is Baby Yoda, Grogu. He's from The Mandalorian. I love that show. I suggest you check it out. It's on Disney Plus. I love how they build the character. He's kind of like Yoda if you've ever seen Star Wars. So I got it because it's a cute tattoo, and I like that character. Hopefully they make him into a Jedi. But it's on Disney Plus, so that's why I got that tattoo. If you want to know more about my tattoos, wait for the next segment on Steve's Tattoos.
Hit that guy.